the personnel to order. First item of business is to approve the minutes of the last meeting. Motion by Supervisor McDevitt, second by Supervisor Leggett. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I don't see anybody from the college. Maybe I missed. They're not here. Okay, we'll move on to items to be discussed by Human Resource Director, Personnel Officer. The first is your list of vacancies filled. These are all been done through committee. Any questions on any of the vacancies? Okay. Next, we'll go to the request for a new contract with Standard Medical Service for medical exams for Warren County Patrol Officer and Glens Falls Patrol Officer candidates. Would somebody like to speak to that?
We're asking for a new contract.
Step to the microphone. Thank you. Thanks.
Civil Service, as part of the application process, provides for medical exams for candidates who are being considered for employment as either patrol officers at the Sheriff's Department or the City of Glens Falls Police Department. This Glens Falls Hospital no longer provides the services, so this is the contract that we are currently using. Other agencies locally are using it also. We'll look into other ones in the future.
Okay. Very good. Any questions for Trish? Motion to approve the contract by Supervisor McDevitt, second by Supervisor Sokol. Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
All right, next. Referrals from Health, Human Social Services Committee. Request to authorize enrollment job-related course. This was approved in committee. Request to authorize enrollment again for the second course for Public Health Coordinator. And another one from Public Health for another course for Laura Monroe, Registered Professional Nurse. Motion by Supervisor Frazier to approve all three, second by Supervisor Leggett. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Carried. Number 4, County Administrator. Ryan, you're on the clock.
Yes, sir. The first item is in regard to the district attorney's salary. This has nothing to do with the salaries that we did for the remainder of his office. This is a state mandate. Surprise, surprise. A number of years ago, the New York State Commission on Judicial, Legislative, and Executive Compensation was assigned with making recommendations for how much state judges get paid. In the process of doing that, they stated that a county court judge should make 95% of what a Supreme Court judge makes. And then periodically, they will issue new guidance on what the Supremes make. So that creates a chain reaction where the county court judges get a raise as well. Unless there's state legislation enacted, executed by the governor to change this, this is the law of the land. State judiciary law for a number of years has required district attorneys to be paid the same amount as county court judges. So that ultimately comes back on the county. We're required to increase the district attorney's salary effective April 1st. And what we would ask is, as long as this is a matter of state law where we have no choice, that the board delegate the authority administratively for us to do this as required by state law.
Is this the amount?
That is the new amount, $200,400. Yeah. And I think if Jason could avoid doing it, he would avoid doing it. It's a requirement.
But it is better than being tied to a New York State Supreme Court justice because the salary would go up to $210,000. Somebody want to authorize administratively? Motion by Supervisor Merlino, second by Supervisor Bramer. Discussion, yes.
How are we doing it now? We're just
Same.
We're bringing it to the board each time to amend the compensation schedule. So the compensation schedule right now has a district attorney's salary, I think $197,000, something in that realm. So, the board approves salaries, so we have the board amend that schedule to reflect the new salary. That also gives payroll authorization to change his hourly rate so that his paycheck comes out correctly. So, we would, as long as it's a matter where we don't have any choice, what we're asking is in the future for payroll to be able to do that as dictated by state law.
We certainly will bring it up in front of the committees. Yes. Another question?
Yes, just an observation. Number one, it seems like a lot of money. Number two, it kind of goes at least in my opinion, to the very heart of local control and borders on a mandate from the folks in Albany. So just seems like a lot of money.
I will note that for the first couple of years that this took effect, the state was reimbursing the increase. They stopped doing that in 2015-16 was the last time they did it. So
They used to reimburse us. Supervisor Bramer, you have anything?
Thanks. I guess my thought is I'd rather just leave it the way it is and force us to face that issue every time. It is a lot of money, and maybe we could go back to the state and say, reimburse us for this increase. This is Warren County. We're not Manhattan. So I'm going to vote no.
Okay, duly noted. All those in favor, show of hands.
This
Do
is-
you have a question?
This is for,
2019.
just for the 2019, with automatic?
the pleasure of the committee. If you want to do just 2019, we can do that and have it every year. Or if you want to take a vote on doing an automatic, we can do that too.
The salary for 2019 is 200, but he's asking that every year.
Motion on the floor, though, is that just for?
The motion on the floor, I believe, is
Is to
for
give,
subsequent years.
Give the
But
administrator,
you
carry
can,
this through.
yeah, I won't be offended if you deny that and want to do just this year.
We're gonna have to do it anyway.
We have a
every year. We have
We
until
have a
we change the law.
motion on the floor to allow the administrator. Show of hands, all those in favor, show of hands. Opposed, show of hands. Carried. Okay. Second, you want to talk about the next one? Sure, so you want.
Yeah, well, I think the
Sean?
undersheriff is here to explain the circumstances behind this one. What we have to do is, there was a retirement that was somewhat unexpected. These positions need to be filled. They're maintenance mechanic positions. There will be an internal promotion of a maintenance mechanic / auto mechanic into a senior maintenance mechanic role. He's going to take his auto mechanic role duties with him. He's the individual who outfits the sheriff's cars with their radios, with their emergency equipment. It's specialized work. We save money by having him do that rather than a contractor. So what we would need to do is abolish the senior maintenance mechanic position he's moving into, recreate it as a senior maintenance mechanic / auto mechanic. We would abolish that individual's current position of auto mechanic / maintenance mechanic and recreate it as just a regular maintenance mechanic. In addition, the Sheriff's Department would like to bring on the retired individual when he's able, as needed for training purposes in a temporary part-time position. The two positions that I initially mentioned will work out to a savings of several $1,000s, which would be applied towards the temporary part-time position. And in the event that additional training time is required, we'll have savings in the part-time line in the county jail budget to cover that. And the undersheriff's here for any further questions on it.
Any questions? Go ahead.
And the change of wage from to the senior building maintenance mechanic / auto mechanic from his current position?
Yes, I have a grid that I did that's in the packet. Let me see. It's
Last page,
yep.
sorry.
Last page.
Thank you.
So, yeah, it's a $5,500 increase essentially from what the individual's making now to what he will make in the senior position, and then we're dropping the salary for the junior position, the maintenance mechanic position. Now, the part-time salary would be based on a base salary for the maintenance mechanic. It'll be the lowest rate that we can pay for that position, not to exceed 16 hours per week, and wouldn't continue into 2020.
Any other questions on this? It's actually a wise move on our part because this gentleman has saved us thousands of dollars and the lights, the installation of the lights, the radios. He's just spend a half a day with him and you'll see how much money he saved us over there, and he's a great employee. Both of them are good employees, and so I'll make a motion to approve this. Motion by Supervisor Simpson, second by Supervisor Leggett. Any other discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. No pending items. Vacancies, we have County Clerk, DMV, Public Defender, Veteran Services, and that's it. Any questions on any of the vacancies filled? Yes.
Do we know when the new peer-to-peer support services person is starting?
Which one?
In the Veterans Office, the new position that's being created with Washington County?
We authorized that position a couple of months ago to start after the April board meeting. However, we need the IMA in place with Washington County, and we also need to amend the budget so that we can pay that person, and that resolution is on tap for the May meeting. So we've had a recruitment process. That's why we started a couple of months ago to try to find somebody good. So as soon as the IMA and the budget are in place, as soon as we can get somebody in that position, we'll have that person on.
No.
Is the IMA on for this month?
It is, for the May meeting.
It's ready to go. Okay, cool.
Any other questions of the committee for the personnel? Anybody from the public wish to comment on personnel? Motion to adjourn by Supervisor Simpson, second by Supervisor Merlino. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll go on to finance.
I'd like your suggestion to